in a nutshell, we did build the product.
Do you want to try them on?
Yeah. I remember the day that I put everything together and it worked, and I was like, it was just so surreal for some reason, because I had started this in university and it was just like a university project. Usually they don't, go anywhere. Just to see it working how I imagined was just, it was genuinely like magical almost. Because I guess when you're doing startup stuff, you're so in the startup thinking cycles, and you're like, oh, I need to get to the next step, I need to keep going. And it's just like, whoa, like we actually got here. We made it. We made the product. And then like, I'm literally like using it almost every day, for different things. And it just works. I don't know what else to say.
He is, I can confirm. Joel's in this thing all the time.
Yeah, basically you can cycle through 4 dimming states at the moment. You might change it to 3, we'll see. But there's the clearest state, and there's 2 medium states, and then a darkest state, basically. And in the darkest state, you can pretty much not see anything in your peripheral vision, especially if you're focusing on a target. And then in the clearest state, you definitely like still notice your peripheral vision is slightly dimmed, but if you really wanted to, you could walk around with them. But it's perfect for just if someone comes up to you and you need to, quickly turn them off, or you just want to take a quick break, but stay in the flow, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's the glasses.
I think the coolest place that I've tried them so far has been on a train back from Barcelona. Just because it's like, there's just the perfect space where I would want that sense of like I'm in my own space. I don't know, I hate the idea of like knowing that somebody's there, like, I don't know, looking at my screen, but the fact that I feel like I can't see them would help me just kind of get over that. And again, you're so close together and it's crammed and it's like you're just blocking everything out. So that was, I don't know, just one of those like, oh, this would be really cool for me.
And even when I tried it here, like I haven't really used it outside. But just there I was like, I could work outside. I was like, oh, that's actually quite nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really nice just to actually have it on my desk and be using it. And I'm really excited to see how other people use it as well. So
yeah. And it's also funny to contrast that to the reactions we get at the summit in Nashville, where so many people had companies that were doing crazy things with like VR and brain scanning and just, quite complex things. And they were expecting these to do more. And it's like, they're so simple and people are like, oh, they're almost like, I don't know, disappointed just because they're so simple. Yeah. And it's like, oh, this is it.
I feel like we expect products to always like do more these days. It's like it has to track this, it needs to have sensors, it needs to have Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, It needs an app, and it's just like, oh, I just need to focus. That's all I need to do.
Yeah. For anyone who's been following us since the start, you might know that we plan to launch the product to be available for pre-order like now. And well, we haven't. But the good news is we are unofficially saying we're launching at the end of January 2026. And that will come with an extra perk that we'll announce later. But yeah, it's coming. Yeah.
You are also building something.
Yes. I'm now a software engineer. Yeah, so while we were raising money, one of the milestones we also had was to develop, I guess initially just a Figma prototype of what our app would look like for the intent cards and the glasses.
So to tell you the full story, we made intent cards a while back, and they're really simple. You write what you plan to do for a set period of time, and you keep it in your line of sight while you work so you get to stay on track. And at the end, you flip it over to reveal a piece of artwork or a photograph, and each one is different. And then over time, you get to stack them and collect different cards. And now we've made a digital version of that experience where it's the same idea. Your intent card floats on top of any window, basically on your laptop, so you can still see what it is that you're intending to do. Now, while using these cards, I found that the hardest part is actually deciding what I'll write down. Like, what is the one thing that I'll give my attention to for a set period of time? And it sounds really simple, but until you try it, you realize how much of the day you spend doing things, but at the end, you don't actually know exactly what you did. So then you just end up feeling a bit guilty, not sure exactly what you did, and you spent the time, but maybe didn't get all the things done that you wanted to do. So we're trying to help you set an order where things are actually easier to start with and follow through with to the end. So no matter how you organize things, I like to plan things on paper. Some people have Slack messages, Notion, whatever. You can drop in screenshots and basically brain dump everything into this. And you leave with a personalized session of deep work that's organized to suit how you like to work. Whether you build up momentum with quick, easy wins at the start, or you like to start with the hardest task first, if you're a morning person, if you're a late night person, basically it suits you because we also know the type of tasks you enjoy. So it really helps us to organize a set order of things that just makes it that bit easier to start and again, follow through with it. And it also alleviates that decision. I mean, we spend so much time trying to prioritize and figure out what's the best thing to do. Now, someone might do that for you, but for a lot of us, especially who might have to create our own tasks, it can be quite difficult. We're starting small and launching the beta soon enough-ish on the Discord. I'll link the link below. We just launched this a few weeks ago, so it's still a little bit quiet, but that's where we'll be launching the beta access. So I'll drop the link below.
I vividly remember it would be about like midnight, and I'd walk in and see Vadim on the couch vibe coding, just at it.
It became a slight addiction. Like, to describe it, you're just God, basically. You do what you want, you make what you want, it's in your head, you can get it out, and you can have it working, which it's just wild.
Yeah. And your whole days were based around whether you had credits or not.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
I guess it was quite cool that we were both like building during the summer, and that's all we were doing as well. As you might have noticed, we stopped everything else. We didn't send any newsletters. We didn't make any videos or social media. It completely stopped. The last video we made on social media was me saying that we had 100 days to make the product. And we actually got it done in 100 days.
Really?
Which was cool. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But we just didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna put it here.
Yeah. But yeah, we got to September. We showed the products. And the idea with the product showcase was we wanted to kind of bring in all these investors we had been in touch with over the past year, to kind of be like, hey, we finally have our working prototype. We finally did it. We did what we said we would do. And we thought it would all go super well, so smoothly, so easy, but it didn't. The leads that we had didn't end up becoming the investors that we wanted. During that time, we did find another investor, and we got some more funding in, which was great. But I guess at some point we realized that, okay, if this doesn't work out like we've planned by the end of the year, what are we going to do? Because we were running out of money. And so we had to sort of strategize how we can keep going without fully relying on external investment. Still with the plan to raise investment, but just how can we keep up momentum while doing so? And so I guess we will have to get scrappy again and starting to generate revenue from pre-sales in order to then fund our pre-production units, which we'll use for testing. We'll also fund the business, but also getting to those stages will give investors more confidence in what we're doing as well.
Yeah, I remember when Joel suggested what we'll do when or if we don't raise the money. And it was just kind of a really weird like mindset shift, because when you're thinking about raising money, it can become the one thing that you need to do before you move on. And once he said that, it's just kind of like, oh, like we can still be a business, basically. We still have, people who are interested in this. We've made progress. Like we don't not have nothing from this year. So we can still make progress. And to be honest, it was kind of a relief and also stress, just because the last 2 weeks we've been just kind of switching back and forth on plans and rethinking things multiple times. You form a story in your head and then you erase it, and then you make another story and then you erase it, and you're also justifying to yourself that this is the right story. And then it can be a lot.
I kind of had to step out of founder mindset or startup founder mindset, and step into business mindset. Not that they're mutually exclusive, but there is something so interesting about okay, how do we start a business and how do we start a startup? That's, I feel just not a completely different process, but just a very different way of thinking that you don't hear about so much.
Which is such a paradox as well.
Yeah,
it's it's so weird.
Yeah.
Let me say this. I think if we were pre-idea and pre-revenue and we made an AI startup today, we'd probably raise money sooner.
I guess that's kind of part of the challenge with us raising. We need to prove ourselves so much more, which we knew, I guess, as part of hardware and all that. But yeah. We're looking for an intern to move in with us.
I wasn't actually going to mention the intern just because of our funding situation, but okay, yeah, we're looking for an intern to help us document and record things and just take full authority of social stuff. And I guess it's going to be a busy period for us in January, February, March. We're launching the product, and you'll get to be part of that launch and get to experience it, and I guess just learn from somebody, actually putting something out into the world, which I would, I guess a few years back would love to be a part of. So yeah, I don't know if maybe you can sell it better.
Nope, I think that's perfect.
So if you're a confident speaker, you like to be in front of the camera, you like to tell stories.
You like food.
You like Spain. Joel will teach you Spanish. Yeah. You can come to the gym with us.
We're really just looking for friends, to be honest.
Yeah,
we're pre-friend, pre-revenue.
I think that's going to be cut.